We are live and in color. It's the Real Kyper and Bourne show. Leaf edition hour. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sam McKee.
Bringing the energy today.
Jake the Snake Schultz, Derek Brandeo. We are live on Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet 360. I said that already.
Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Sportsnet 360.
Toronto.
Remind the people.
Yeah.
What else you got for us?
Sportsnet Plus, streaming on YouTube after, on Spotify,
I
Apple
never understood
Podcasts.
all this. Like, people are listening. They know where to find it if they're currently hearing our voices.
I know.
But
there's always new.
Yeah, and if
Somebody
they happen
new.
to be listening on YouTube, they're like, oh, I could get it on Spotify. Oh, if they're listening on Spotify, they're like,
All
I
right.
could watch it on YouTube or Sportsnet
right.
Plus.
The reason
Give
why
more credit than that.
the reason why I butchered the opening is because I'm just so excited that this is the last day of the week for us because we're playing hockey tomorrow.
Hockey, yeah.
I've never seen you guys on the ice before.
You know, it's very-
I've golfed a few times with you.
Yeah, it's very funny because I'm going to go home tonight after my son's game, pull this equipment out of the shed, and the next I'll unzip it for the first time in the room with you guys. So let's see
And
what's
our
in store. A
loyal,
rat, I bet.
trusted listeners are coming through for us. We still have a little bit of time here between now and tomorrow to raise a little bit more money, but we're moving up the rankings here. We've got listeners out there. We got fans that are making some really nice, generous donations.
Yeah, yesterday we were up to 13,000.
And I believe we're up to
21?
21.
21
Yeah,
today.
21. Can we get to
$9,000
25?
jump.
Probably. I mean, if you want to do your best auctioneer move here, if you got that in you. I did skate today, and I hadn't skated since the Jays were playing, really, like, because we were starting at 2, so I could never make my morning skate. And the Jays played multiple Monday nights in a row, so I just couldn't play hockey.
Yeah.
And boy, like, you haven't played hockey in a long time. Kyper, you haven't played hockey in a long
I
time.
played this morning.
Oh, you did?
I did.
And I almost had a gripper in the first 4 shifts. So I
Just a straight jammer with a defib on the ice.
really am really happy I got that in before I play tomorrow with you guys.
How did it feel?
Couple
ribs?
pucks.
I'm okay,
Yeah.
but I'm sore. I'm a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
sore.
Really?
It's not. I'm not in pain, and I'm not really restricted, but I can feel them,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I may feel them for a very long time.
Get it in deep. I'll get after.
Yeah, I did. I got
will.
one early though. The first 2 minutes of our
Oh, you did?
scrimmage, I got
Yeah.
one early,
it. Okay.
and it really settled me in.
Was there a little talk about the tourney in that?
Yeah.
Because
No,
were you
we're
playing with
gonna-
Big E?
Yeah, Big E's got his team together.
Yeah.
Johnny,
I don't want to play against those guys again.
Johnny. Do you remember long hair Johnny last year?
Yeah.
He's
He's
flying.
yeah, he's a really good hockey player.
Absolutely flying out there.
I'm just hoping
Just
our
give him the
first.
trophy now.
I hope our first game is just a tomato can, so that I can
They're
feel the
literally
puck a
called the
little.
Dusters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited for it. In the meantime, this is our Leaf Hour edition of our program, and the Leafs are making it a little easier for us. Are they not, with their third consecutive win?
You know, they saved all their struggles for the Jays run behind the curtain, behind the veil. And now that it's been revealed, okay, here are the Leafs, they're winning games. I will say, watching that game, it was the first time this season that going into the third period as it started, I was like, they're going to win this game. Like, they just,
And it was tied,
yeah, it was tied.
Yep.
It was 2-2, and I was like, they're
right?
the better team. Utah's on a back-to-back. They look good. They'll win this game. And I haven't felt that this year yet, so that was cool.
Yeah.
I think, is it fair to say that you saw the vision last night of what Treliving probably thought this might look like up until this point, in terms of
Yeah.
all forward lines kind of contributing and a little bit of depth here and there? I don't know. It looked like that's kind of what they pictured.
Well, they had a
Maybe
third
not-
line that
Maybe not on the back end.
got points, right? Michelli scores. He gets an assist. I thought Joshua was really good.
The one thing that, again, stands out more than anything is, and maybe it's because Craig Berube's system is as simple as it is, or we're making it out to be as a north-south. But, like, if you don't work hard at it, you look really bad.
I like that assessment. If you're going to play a simple style that's walls, deep, forecheck, and you don't work, it doesn't work.
And if you want to play this east west regroup and the complexities of that sort of style, then there's a chance that you could mess up and you can't really see whether you're working hard or not.
Yeah.
But with Berube's, it is. It's that simple for me, and they are working harder for me.
Yeah. You know,
That's
you
the
might have
bottom line.
made a really compelling point here. You know, I remember we had Laviolette on one time, and I asked him, do you bring your system to a team when you become the coach, or do you look at the roster and then build a system? And he was like, oh, you kind of have to tailor it to the team. You may have made a great point here that this system for these players is maybe not congruent, right? Because we don't think of them as the everyday, consistent, bring it, hardworking roster. But
Hard hats.
That's what he's asking of them, is to be the hard hats, consistent guys.
And Tavares, Matthews now, Nylander, you know, especially in Willie too. Willie's off to a great start, as we can see, as the points continue to accumulate. And
second fastest Leaf in team history to get the 20-point mark.
So
following Doug Gilmour in 10 games, he did it in 11.
And
wow.
Yeah.
I think with Willie, especially with Marner gone, I think he understands now that between him and Auston especially, John, maybe Sammy made the point that, you know, when your salary drops from 11 to 4, it alleviates some of the pressure. So he'll trail those guys. But there's a tremendous amount of pressure on Auston and Willie now to carry the freight. And Willie looks to me like he's understanding okay, I'm going to be watched a lot more now. I can't necessarily go into the same lulls I've experienced in the past. Yeah, there's going to be some games when it doesn't look very pretty and I don't produce, but I can't have as many as I've had in the past.
I believe that to be true, that they need him to be more consistent and whatever, but I'm going to pump the brakes before saying he's done it or going to do it. I hope he does.
That's what I've seen, though.
Yeah,
that's what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Is that I think he understands that this time can be rough on people.
Yeah.
And if they're smart, Matthews and Nylander, they'll understand that we just watched a guy leave because, you know, at times it wasn't very comfortable for him. I don't want that to happen to me.
I also think that, like, unequivocally, we know whose team it is now. And I think for years, didn't it feel like those four guys kind of fought for the mantle? Like, whose team it is, who's the most important, who gets paid the most?
Well, it was always Austin's. He was the face. He was
I agree.
He was the guy that they put first and foremost. And
but with Willie and Mitch, there were years where it was like, who's the guy? The early stages in particular, where it was like, should this guy get more money or that guy or opportunity or wherever? I think now it's like, okay, it's Auston and Willie.
Yeah.
It's Auston and Willie. Everyone else, we hope you play well, but it's not like a contentious. It just is what it is.
I mean, the point production's there, but I do think that Willie has looked pretty brilliant through the first 11 games that he's played this year. And
it looks like a pro.
I think that there's been a lot of people that have had a lot of Willie conversations in the city for his whole career. And even like the biggest defenders of Willie, I think would have to be surprised that it's turned into being this good. Wouldn't you think? Like,
yeah. Top 5 in the league right now: Celebrini, McDavid, McKinnon, Scheifele, Nylander.
Yeah, he's leading the league in even strength points. It's just, to me, I am surprised that it's gotten to this point with how good he is. Like, I always thought he was a good player, but for him to get where he is now, I think it's, I mean, he's one of the best players, you know, in the league at this point. He really is.
Yeah.
He's an elite player.
Inside the top 20, probably.
Yeah. And I think there is a level of understanding where he is right now and the eyeballs on him. And yeah, I think he's responded well so far.
So looking at the rest of the squad last night, do you want to get the overview and then you and I can start picking it apart?
Yeah, you bet.
All right, clip 1, please. Oh, the clips are going to be there in 1 moment. Using this little pause we have here, Michelli.
For station identification?
No, it's for idiot identification.
Oh, we have the clip. Let's
okay.
Good solid effort all around. I thought we played a smart game, you know. It's a good team over there. They got a lot of good offense and fast players. I thought we did a good job keeping them at bay for the most part. Penalty kill was good, and I thought everybody contributed tonight in their own way.
The puck and OZ time For once, the Leafs well ahead. The ozone possession time, Leafs well ahead. High danger scoring chances at 5-on-5 were 14-6 in the Leafs' favor. Yeah.
It's weird that still first period, they give up the first goal, and
7
they-
in the last 8 games.
7 straight games.
And that to me is a little bit of a concern, but more is that they mustered, I think, 3 shots on goal in the first 17 minutes.
Mhm.
It's just, it seems strange to me
Mhm.
that everything that they've been through already, and a team's playing the night before, that you can't come out and just fire it up.
Mm-hmm. It is funny, Kip, the shots per game, and this isn't a Leafs thing, the shots per game in the NHL are the lowest since 2003. Like, shots went way up, and now the league average is 28 shots per game.
It's not good enough.
A couple of years ago, it was 31.
No.
Well, isn't that Valley's thing though?
The guys
That-
aren't shooting anymore.
They're
till
not-
they get a
Yeah,
scoring
but
chance.
They're
like,
more selective.
this isn't like we've seen a lot of boring, bad hockey out of the Leafs this year already, right? But it's not just a Leaf thing. I'm looking around the league too, and I see that.
Do
I
ya?
don't see a ton of excitement around the net, and I don't know. Why is that? Why are the game's been opened up? They took everything
Leafs are
that-
dead middle of the pack.
that
with Florida,
slowed
16,
games
17.
down
Mid HL right now.
over
That's where they are.
over the course of the last 20 years. They've given you every rule to open up and score more goals, and now you're telling me shots on goal are down.
Shots and goal are down. Top team in the league is Colorado. They get 34, and second is Columbus at 32.8. And the bottom team, Seattle's getting 24 shots a night.
I mean, for their Leafs first period last night, not much.
You're right, though. With Utah on a back-to-back and Leafs kind of rolling, it's like, can we just put the pedal down?
They ended up 5. They ended up with 5 in the period, but 2 of them came in the last minute and a half.
But did you watch that period being like, boy, the Leafs are like, I felt
Right,
like
the
they
play.
had the puck and they were cycling the puck and they were in on the forecheck and it
Yeah.
felt much. I mean, it just looked better than it's looked.
It did, yeah.
Which I mean, but you would still like them to.
Yes, I
You know,
still
test
would
the
like
goalie a
them
bit
to
more, but-
to look more convincing. I think on being a threat early, just to set a bit of a tone and a pace.
Well, this is the third coach that this era of hockey's been on, and they've always had a trouble starting. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Babs' only thing he said for 2 years was start on time.
Started good
So-
tonight.
Michelli gets the healthy scratch the other night, gets
Yeah.
back in, and Ruby feels pretty good, I think, with his goal and assist.
Yeah, Luke asked him, who we're going to have on later, but he asked him about healthy scratching and how effective it can be, and I thought he gave a pretty interesting answer. How about the clip 3 about scratching Michelli?
What's the value of healthy scratching? Can it go sideways, or is it usually a positive?
I'd always say it's more positive than anything for the most part. I think, there's players that are scratched because of decisions that are made by the coach, bodies, different lineups, things like that. Sometimes, in Michelli's case, I thought he could give us more, and he did tonight from a scratch. So just depends on the situation.
He really said nothing there, other than if you're not good enough, I'm not putting you in. And, and you responded well because I'm pushing you.
Michelli has 5 points in his last 5 games, and his ice times are like 11:47, 12. That's kind of the pocket they got him in right now. I thought if he gives you 12 like he did last night, take that, right? Like, cause some chaos for the defense. Should we hear the...
Well, not to go full Kipper here, but I think it is a little bit of a cautionary after, it's kind of the perfect storm for him.
Mhm.
Former team, coming off of a scratch against a team that's on a second half of a back-to-back. That's not exactly
Great
the most
chance to look
physical.
good, yeah.
Like, it was the perfect storm for him to come in and look good. Like, it's a nice stepping stone, hopefully that he can build on it. But like, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that he's like back
No.
to whatever back is for him. But it was nice.
Well,
play.
I think that's a really important question is what is he, he's 24 years old. Has he got another step to take from his best season in the league? And if so, pretty good.
Yeah, it was a nice goal.
But yeah, can he become someone you can use in the playoffs?
Listen,
That's a no.
If we're completely being truthful here on the Leafs the last few years, falling short and getting their lunches fed by a team like Florida physically, he's not my top 50 guys I would have gone after.
Yeah.
Florida's in last, so maybe they don't make the playoffs.
Then
that's
a
the
new
plan.
Florida, a new Florida
Yeah,
team.
there'll be a new Florida.
There'll be a new Florida, tougher team, bigger team, stronger team, and I think it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to losing Marner.
It's like, who
And
can make a pass and do a skilled thing?
Who can we get somebody to get 50 or 60 points, super high-skilled, and for a fourth-round pick?
Mhm.
Is that what it cost?
I think it was third, maybe.
Third? Okay,
Maybe a third.
And pickings are slim.
Mhm.
And I think they just kind of, I don't know, want to call it a Hail Mary because the guy did produce 50 points one year in
And he's still young.
Utah.
Yep.
So, but I think it's a bit of a long shot that this guy was going to come in here and provide instant offense and alleviate some of those lost points.
Mhm. Yeah, he definitely has the feel of guy who helps you get there rather than guy who's going to help you get through. But
Yeah, pass Robertson.
good strike. Yeah, pass Robertson. Good night out of him last night. That's you'll take that. He gave you what he could give you.
I think a guy that will help you if you have to play Florida is Joshua. And I thought last night was probably his best game.
I'm starting to notice how big he is.
Yeah.
Which is a great sign. He's playing the part of a big guy now.
Yeah. I mean, that is going to be, I think that's literally part of the reason he was here. Last night he played almost 14 minutes, had an assist +1, ran into a few people.
Vancouver's problem with him was one good game like last night and then 3 bad ones.
Right.
Invisible. Can't notice him.
I think if you're paying a guy what you're paying Joshua, which is around, let's make $3 million roughly,
3.25 maybe.
3.25, and he's playing on your third line, and every other night he can give you something you like, you're okay with that. Like you're in playoffs and you say, hold your own defensively, have the odd game where you give us a couple. We're kind of okay with that. Like, I
Ball
don't
on a goalie,
Sure.
Cause some chaos.
change some momentum.
Yeah.
Jot some guys. He ran his
Yeah.
mouth a little bit
I
last
like that,
night.
yeah.
Like, I don't think if he could do it consistently, what would you pay him? He'd probably score 25 goals and
Yeah.
he'd be Tom Wilson light, but that's not the case. So I don't know. You got to manage expectations a little bit. Why don't we listen to what Craig Berube thought there in clip 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been coming for a while now for me. Like, I think he's back to playing the way I've seen him play before. He's a heavy guy down low in the offensive zone, and he hangs on the pucks and he can make plays and he's good around the net. Like, that's where he's going to score his goals, but that's not only his game. I mean, he's physical every night, in my opinion, and he's killing penalties. And I use that line against teams, depending on lineups and matchups and stuff like that. So for me, I think him and Wazzy been trending in the right direction here for a bit.
Wazzy Bear.
Wazzy. I guess what else? You can't be like Wazzer. It's Wazzy, right? It is right. I'm just trying to think about what else you would call him.
I have no idea.
Well, it's the hockey nickname curse.
It's not
Quiz.
Sammy.
No.
Wazzy.
Outside of, the fourth line last night, Domi plays the fewest minutes at 10:47, and that line's a -1. I don't really have a whole lot bad to say. I thought it was an encouraging sign.
Domi played the least amongst
Yeah.
on the team?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if you got to
That's-
scratch 2 guys a night. I wonder if that's coming for him.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
But I think
Saturday at home against the Bruins.
I think
probably not.
between Joshua and Domi and I don't know Lawton,
Reds,
there's a lot of pressure to
Shelley, Robertson.
not scratch $3.25 or $3.5 million.
Mhm.
Like that's a lot of money, and they made the commitment to Domi. What did they give him? 4 years?
Yep.
It's a big commitment, and $3 million isn't chump change here.
No.
So they got to find something for him. The role, whatever whatever role they envisioned on him on a 4-year deal, they can't punt on it in a dozen games. But we'll see how it shapes up now because Lawton's back and Lawrence is in, and how does it shape moving forward here? And if there's some stability, which they've completely lacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying this morning, I was on JD's show.
Yep.
And he was
Bunk's
talking
podcast.
about, a couple of guys. And I'm like, it's just not a couple guys. It's like 5 or 6 that come to the rink and not knowing whether they're on the first line, the third line, the fourth line, or a healthy scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all coming to the rink not knowing.
But isn't that the idea of internal competition? That it's like,
no.
hey, you work your way up the line.
Yeah,
if you play good,
yeah,
you'll stay in.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It is. At training camp, not as the season progresses here, maybe 1 guy, 2 guys, but not 5 or 6 that you come. You want to know what your role is. You want to know where your fit is. And there has to be a little bit of comfort in knowing who you are and what you bring to the team. But, is Nick Robertson out of that now?
Well, I still don't think they know what a lot of these guys are. I think this is what's happening right now. And I am going to cut Berube some slack on this because I do, after every game, I'm like, trying to find a line that works. This guy needs more opportunity. I get that it's hard to please everyone and to build your best lineup every night. So I think it's
Cowan too. Cowan went from first line, the third line, fourth line, first line, second power play, Marlies, which I exclude him because when you're in your rookie year, you're 20 years old, man. You're in Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's all great. It's all gravy.
I truly get a kick out of the stories where they're like, this kid never had tuna tartare before, It's like, being with the Marlies myself and going out with some of those
tuna
Leafs
tartare
dinner.
and the Marlies.
Well, you go to dinner and it's like, they're doing the seafood tower for the staff tonight or something like that. Because, it's like the Leafs swiping it.
Yeah.
It's like they live a different lifestyle. And I think when you're new and you've been it's cool to have guys like Cowan that are still excited about that stuff.
Cowan's been crushing the Kelseys in London, Ontario.
You're all over Kelsey.
I do think though, at the start of the camp, we joked about it that Lawton got hurt, and the whole team just exploded. They're like, we don't know where anybody plays now.
That was a wild who knew Lawton was the linchpin to the structure of the roster.
But having said that, having him back in there, it felt like everything kind of fell into place a little bit.
Yeah.
The strangest one still for me is that he gets hurt and it changed all the lines.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I mean.
Right?
It just completely altered everything. We actually have Berube on getting them back in. Can we get
Lawton
and Lorenz?
play
Flip
it.
6, please.
Energy. I thought him and Lorenz provided a lot of real good energy for us. And Max, that line, I thought skated hard, was effective, hounded. I really liked them tonight, and I liked their energy on the bench too. A lot of chatter and talk, and so it was great having both those guys back tonight.
They got the talk again. Lawton. He's
Talker.
He's the vibes guy.
Chats.
Team vibes.
He hosts the team podcast. But
Go ahead.
I just thought he was noticeable, and he's an NHLer, and he just is a good fourth liner. They traded too much for him, and you're always going to be they traded a first round pick for Grubankin for this guy, and you're probably going to measure what he gives you against that. But he's an NHL third line guy that can create some energy.
He's serviceable.
Yeah.
And I liked, I don't know who it was who was digging at
Stolarz.
and he just punched him in the head. I'm like, yeah.
I got to say, everyone's like, it's a dumb penalty.
No, it's not.
It's kind of nice to see.
I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
Donked immediately.
And they killed it off, but it's like
no
nobody's
shots
done
allowed
that.
on that PK. It's
Fine, November 5th.
Love it. Exactly.
Have at it.
Punch him in the head.
Let
Dig at the
people know you
goalie.
get punched for touching the goalie. That's a rule.
Not in the Leafs earlier.
Defensively, still some work to do for you. Defensively.
Yeah,
and
you guys go ahead.
even
Talk to each other about Carlo. Go ahead.
Stolarz.
By the way, if he
Stolarz.
ever has a good name, I'm calling him Starlo from forever.
I'm a little tired.
Super Starlo.
Stolarz,
Stolarz, that was an absolutely unacceptable second goal against.
Terrible
An
goal. but-
absolute muffin. He knew it. I don't know that he let in one of those last year, and it was concerning.
Remind me of Todd's goal.
There's a few.
Oh,
There's been a
geez,
few
man.
goals where it's like we didn't really see a lot of those last year.
Yeah.
Is it? He's played a lot of hockey, more than he's ever played before. To me, he looks a little tired.
He's played a lot of hockey. This is
Well, he's never played this much before.
played 14 games. He's played 11 of them. It's
Yeah.
November. Like we're a month into the year.
He's played half a season in his head.
If he played this pace for the rest of the year, he'd play 66 games or something. It's not sustainable.
How
They-
many
they
goalies
need-
have played more than?
They need Joseph Wall. Like they got to hurry,
Don't they-
Joseph.
Nashville runs Saros through
Yeah.
the mill.
So he is. So Wolf has 13 starts. Wedgwood in Colorado has 12. Saros 12. Binnington 11, and Anthony Stolarz 11.
Yeah.
So he's right there. I don't think that's what they had drawn up.
No, they didn't have it drawn up. I can tell you that.
But they're drawing it now.
Yeah, it's in Sharpie.
I wonder if they'll push Joseph
Um,
faster.
Push.
I'm gonna guess no.
I'm going to guess yes.
Why?
Not
Why is
just
it
guess.
pushing? He's back. He's not away anymore.
We don't know.
He's playing. He's on the ice practicing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be insensitive, but like, you are making $3.5 million. You're with the team. Go and get in some games with the Marlies. Play. They're going to run Stolarz into the ground.
Yeah, I'm with him.
You've said zero things wrong there.
Play hockey. It's hockey time now. Like,
Yeah.
time to do that hockey, Joseph.
Me telling my kids about bedtime.
Yeah,
it's like, it's
like-
the time of the bed.
Yeah.
It's
now.
time to
Yeah,
go
and
between the pipes.
I do believe that it's even Stolarz, like it's 2-2. It might have been a different game. You know, he's still making big saves at the right
Yes.
time. But then there's these ones where you go, okay, what is going on here? Because we just didn't see a whole heck of that
Mhm.
all last year. Like, you had to work hard to get one past him last year.
Yeah. You know, there's been a lot of play. I thought in the early going when the Leafs were a true tire fire, I thought his play was better than his numbers. But yeah, now we're a few games in a row where they're overcoming something that he did. So I wouldn't mind him getting to have a little bit of a rest. If you look at last season, goalie wins by month, it went Stolarz in October, led the Leafs, and then it was like Wool, Stolarz, Wool, Stolarz. Like it was, Joseph Wool carried the bulk of the mail through the regular season.
Can we do the looking at the schedule game for the Toronto Maple Leafs here? So they play a back-to-back this weekend. You guys already said no chance that he's going to play on Sunday night against Carolina, which is probably correct. But then they go to Boston Tuesday, Kings at home on Thursday, and then away Blackhawks next Saturday. Will Joseph Wall participate in any of those games?
Boy, that home or away at Chicago would be interesting. wouldn't
Saturday
it?
night.
That's 2 weeks away, 2 and change.
No, that's a week away.
Oh, sorry.
A week.
Yeah,
no, never
he'll be in by next week.
in the Leafs lineup?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Like, what's the
I don't
Marlies
know.
schedule this
Yeah.
weekend?
That's
They play at
my
home?
guess. Like right now, he should be looking at a Marley game in the next
Few days.
few days, and then get him up here with Sammy's absolutely right on the money on.
Mhm.
Okay, listen, we don't want to be insensitive here, and we hope everything that went on is behind you now.
Yeah.
But-
tough.
Get in the net.
Tough pocket for old Wool to get in right now.
Head down to Hershey?
At Wilkes-Barre, at Hershey, at Grand Rapids, at Bingo. That takes you till November 19th there in
Oh,
Binghamton. So, yeah, it's not going to be a home game for him at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. He's going to have to hop on a bus with the boys and drive 5-6 hours, but
I mean, yeah.
Are
They talked
some of
about
those
that.
teams like really good too in the American Hockey League? That Wilkes-Barre,
Hershey and Wilkes-Barre are pretty typically
Wilkes-Barre's,
awesome.
I think one of the top teams.
I don't know
That's
this
Pittsburgh,
year. But
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
So what games are you looking at? Oh, yeah, I'm looking at this weekend. Play this weekend. Fly and go play the Phantoms.
Wilkes-Barre is in first at 8-2-1.
Anyways.
Hershey's just okay, 5-3.
All right.
Hershey's a poke.
Yeah. What's that mean? Far away?
So,
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, there's planes. Fly 'em
Sammy?
in.
Yeah, they'll fly. Some.
any concerns with Carlo?
No, I just think, yeah, I have concerns every night with Carlo, but like I can't talk about it every single day. Like you're gonna talk to your blue in the face. I hated that first goal from both of those guys. It was like a bad kind of a grenade by Carlo, and then I don't know where Morgan Riley is going. It's just I guess you just have to live with these guys.
Well, I guess it's like I feel like the Leafs need to have faith in each other a bit more. Like for Riley, why are you chasing behind the net? Like, Carlo's on him. I know Mike Babcock used to want them to do that. And that was the thing they would do. But you have to know
he wants to confront them behind the net.
Yeah, like he called it steel balls. And there's both sides of the net. If guys coming out, even if you're being chased, someone cut them off and you get back to the front. But no communication between him and Carlo on that. No shoulder check from Riley that he's got someone behind him.
Yeah. It's just, I think we talked a lot about the Leafs trading for a top 6 guy and how the team needs a top 6 guy. Like, depending on Tanev here, and I know Simone Benoit was sick yesterday, but
I just expected Carlo to be more physical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but I think every Bruins fan's kind of been like, yeah, see? I think they kind of knew.
I agree. But, I'm okay with the D-man who checks with his stick. Chris Tanev does. Chris Tanev throws 8 hits a season, and people call him the best defensive player.
But he's also
since Larry Robinson.
He takes a lot of abuse, though.
He does. Yeah, absolutely. That's because he's got the courage to get to pucks first.
People want to hunt down Carlo now, too.
Well, this is the thing. If he's going to get to pucks first and he's going to check with his stick, I'm okay with him not being physical.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not doing those things, which he isn't, then I'm definitely not okay with him not being physical either. If you're going to get there second, hit.
Yeah.
We should go.
Okay.
Boy Luke in the next half.
Luke Fox, who covers the Leafs for us on sportsnet.ca, set to join us. Also at the top of the hour, Adam Oates. Plenty to get into around the National Hockey League, including Ovi's 900th goal and the puck that Jordan
Bennington's a creep.
Hey. Oh, we're going to have some fun with that conversation. More when we return to Real Kyper and Bourne. Welcome back to the show. It's the Leaf Edition hour on the Real Kyper and Bourne show. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, and let's welcome in Luke Fox, NHL writer, Sportsnet.ca. Luke, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're good. I had said before this, before they came home Saturday, I guess, from Philadelphia, that the next 4 games were going to be important for them, and I said I thought 3 out of 4 would be pretty darn good for them. They got a chance Saturday night to go 4 for 4. What's the biggest difference you've seen since that start, that 500 start, and what we've seen this past week?
I'd say the biggest difference probably is Auston Matthews, who seemed to wake up in the 3rd period of the Pittsburgh game. I don't think it's any coincidence that Matthews' 3-game goal streak coincides with the Leafs' first 3-game win streak. I think they're going to go as far as he goes. And I really thought that right coming into this season, their first without Mitch Marner, that as the captain and as the guy who's so pivotal, just not just the 200-foot game, but a guy who needed a bounce back in terms of production and, had another step to go, I believe, in terms of leadership, that they were going to go as far as he goes. And I really felt in that 3rd period against Pittsburgh, yeah, he scored the goal to get him going, but it was more so how active he was on the penalty kill, blocking shots, getting his stick on lanes, frankly, trying harder than he did in the first 2 periods. And the other guys seemed to pick up and follow his lead. Really interesting team so far through 14 games. Their power play absolutely stinks. Their defense is suspect, and yet their penalty kill is pretty good, and their even strength offense is off the charts. They're dressing the 3 best even strength point getters in Nyes, Nylander, and Tavares. Matthews isn't part of that group, and Marner's gone. So it's a really funny team to cover on a day-to-day basis because the inconsistencies are wild right now.
Yeah, no kidding. It's still like there's things that can be improved upon greatly and you think should be improved upon greatly. And there's still, with a couple of wins, things look a little brighter than they did not that long ago. Something we don't often do on this show is just like look at a guy and give him his flowers. And John Tavares scores his 500th goal. He gets his stick last night before the game, Then he scores the goal to go up 3-2, a massive goal for them that they need. Lawton called him one of the funniest guys on the team. There's just a positive.
Who knew?
I know. There's a positivity around him this season. Am I reading too much into that? Do you feel that? Are you seeing it?
Oh yeah, no, things are lighter. Maybe it's, not being viewed through the prism of, hey, you're great, but you're not $11 million great. Or maybe it's, your leadership is great, but not captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs type leadership. So I think there's a bit of a lesser burden on Tavares. And then also, I think fans are coming around to just appreciate what this guy does. The consistency is phenomenal. And I think he's gone from a guy where you have debates about, is this guy going to be in the Hall of Fame, to, okay, well, now he's one of just 4 guys to put up 500 points for 2 teams. He's one of 49 guys in the history of the league to score 500 goals. He's got a few more years on his contract. He's not showing signs of slowing down. By the time all is said and done, I think his numbers will make him undeniable for the Hall of Fame. And, teammates absolutely love him. We were talking to Matthias Michelli last night, and he's like, I'm learning so much from him. And that seems to be a refrain that we hear from a lot of guys that just joined the team. They say, we've never seen a guy who's this professional, who's this dedicated, who we can learn so much from. And so, we're recognizing a body of work. But I think what's more interesting is the fact that deep down, John Tavares wants to be on Team Canada in 2.5, 3 months here. Like, he's not thinking, oh, this is a nice little capper to my career.
Yeah. Okay.
That he still has that desire. Now, I hear you, Nick. Like, he's got some guys to jump.
Listen, whatever
in his mind,
yes,
totally.
whatever is leading up to this really great start, let him keep going with it. Obviously, foot speed's going to be the biggest issue for him, not whether or not he's still got a nice touch around the net. And that's a different conversation, maybe on another day. But I just want to take this a little further. And, you mentioned something interesting, whether or not truly he feels lighter this year because of the money or the captaincy. But just to go back to the captaincy for 1 second, I want to get your thoughts, Luke, and maybe even the boys here. And the whole idea of the captaincy, and we could sit there and say, okay, was John a great captain? Did he need to be louder? Did he need to be tougher? Did he need to be in your face kind of guy? But there's no question that he had certain elements of being a leader here. My question to you, Luke, is it was really tailored to bring more out of Auston, not just a 50 or 60 goal scorer, but just to take his leadership and his true franchise face to another level. And it hasn't happened. And we're still waiting. And will it happen, or is this just it? And if that's the case, should they have just left the C on him all along?
Perhaps it's an interesting point. But I do feel like at the time, Brad Treliving felt like it was the right move for the team. At the time, I don't know if he wasn't certain that John would necessarily come back, probably because he knew how far he was going to go financially to keep John, and there was no guarantee that Tavares would take such a pay cut in order to stick around. So I think there was an element of this guy might be transitioning off the team anyway. And just the fact that it was a challenge, I think, in some way to Matthews. Now, has he met that? I think it was difficult for him to meet it last year. I think he had a lot in his mind. He seldom lets us really into what he's thinking. But there was the pressure of another captaincy, that of Team USA, that he was wearing. And then, the complications with his back and lack of production and everything. And it hurt him. So can he get there? I think that's a great question that we won't know the answer to until there's more time. I think there's a positive sign that the Maple Leafs' best 60 minutes has coincided with Matthews' 60 minutes. He himself says he's a lead by example type of guy. and the effort he's shown the last 4 periods, he's got to maintain that for longer. It can't be blips. It has to be more consistent. And if he does that, I think that's the way he's going to lead. And he has other voices in the room. McCabe is a vocal guy. Tanev, when he's healthy, is. John still is. So there's other guys. It doesn't have to all fall on him to be the rah-rah guy.
Yeah. And I just kind of disagree with the premise that the reason they gave it to him was to get more out of Matthews. I don't think that's...
Then why did they give it to him?
Because he's the face of the franchise. He's the guy.
Well, it's the same difference.
Yeah. To
me.
It's just like, when they lose, if he was wearing no letter, we'd all be like, it's you. And when they win, we'd all be like, it's you.
He hasn't had too many fingers pointed at him over the years.
Come on. You and I were...
Not even close.
We hung out one night this summer. How many people were
Not
pointing
even close.
fingers at him?
Recently, but not over his career.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. If we're good on Matthews, I'll turn the page to a guy playing beside him, Matthew Nyes. First year of a pretty good-sized deal. Sammy was mentioned earlier, a top guy in terms of even strength points per game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and swim against the current a little bit. I only think he's been okay. I don't know what I expected from him. Defensively at times, here and there. I want him to be more physical. I know that he can do all these things offensively, and his numbers are really, really good. I just really think this guy could be great. I think he's got another gear yet, Luke.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's reached his peak, but I think he has been one of the more consistent forwards they've had, for sure. And I had an interesting conversation with him during the Philly trip because his assists are off the chart. And I feel like when we have the Matthew Nyes conversation, it's about big body, goes to the net, good hands. He studied Zach Hyman for rebounds and tip type goals, and even like there's like an edge to him, that we saw with him getting in a fight, getting in guys' faces and laughing them off. And even some of the comments he makes in the media, there's like a leadership element. But one of the last things we talk about him is his playmaking. You look up and he has 13 assists in 14 games. And I said, like, are you kind of surprised? Like you're more than double your pace for assists. And he said, I'm not surprised. He's like, I know I can be a playmaker and I can make those type of plays. And Berube was kind of saying his assists aren't like, the Marner or Michelli type of assist where it's this beautiful sauce pass. He's like, he gets the working man's assist because he goes to the corners, he goes to the net, gets a stick on a puck and it goes to someone and he puts it in. So I actually really like his game, but I agree with you, Justin, in that there's probably still another level he can get to, but he's much like a lot of his teammates that way.
Luke, as far as the bottom six here, I think the third line's shaping up, obviously, with Dakota Joshua now playing better. Certainly helps. But where's Max Domi in all of this when it's all said and done for you?
I don't know if he's ever going to find a fit, Nick. I mean, it feels like, if not weekly, daily, he's getting jostled around, whether it's one wing to another, up the middle, first line, fourth line. Like, he's the kind of guy that Berube just throws him everywhere. He's avoided the dreaded healthy scratch that hit Michelli, that has hit Yarncroc, that has hit some of these other guys that get moved around. But, on a fourth line, watching them last night, I was with Lawton slotting into the middle. I was like, this line actually can sustain a bit of zone time. And Domi kind of looks okay here. I think he gets overwhelmed with more so the defensive matchups when he's in the top six. I think he still struggles defensively. I think we kind of all know what he is at this point. I just wonder if the way to get him going might be some more power play touches because they don't have a real facilitator on that top unit.
Mm-hmm. Thinking of facilitators in general, do you think that Ekman-Larsson can do better than Riley? And I know this is like the conversation we have because there's no other lever to pull, but...
Sure, a little bit, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's a problem. So the Leafs are right now third worst in power play percentage, but in terms of goal differential, they're actually worse. Like because they've given up two shorties, that they're only +2 on the power play, which you can't imagine is going to keep going, but it's almost embarrassing, right? So. I feel like they're grasping at straws. They threw Easton Cowan on that unit for a while. Now they threw OEL on that unit. And the other issue that power play has is they don't get enough work. The Leafs haven't drawn that many penalties. So every time they go out, there seems to be this pressure. Okay, you guys are struggling. You better perform. You better perform. And then when they don't, it just kind of builds and builds. And luckily, the even strength offense is picking them up. But OEL may be a little bit marginally better at getting sifters through or walking the line a little bit. But I don't know if this is, some grand solution that's going to turn things around.
Luke, one more quick one before we let you go and we go to break here. Joseph Wall, okay, where's the sighting of his next game? Have they been asked at all whether or not he'll go to the Marlies? Do we just assume that between now and maybe, I don't know, to Chicago the following week that he'll come back and play a game?
Yeah, I would give it another week, but I'm guessing they have a date circled and they won't tell us. They have been asked if the Marlies are an option, and Brad Treliving said, yeah, that's something that they're considering. And why not? I mean, they're being so careful with this guy. Like, he hasn't even addressed the media yet, but he is practicing with the team. He's not traveling with the team yet. He didn't come to Columbus and Philadelphia and practice with them there. So they're being very cautious and taking their sweet time. And hey, they're on a 3-game win streak. It leaves a little bit of the pressure. Say they had lost a few of those games, the pressure would be ramped up for this weekend, because Caden Primo's kind of shown us, guys, that he's not the solution. And Anthony Stolarz, that softie he let in last night, it kind of shows me that, the workload might be getting to this guy a little bit.
Great stuff, Luke.
Okay.
Thanks for doing this, pal.
Guys.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate your time.
Luke Fox, Sportsnet.ca.
All right. I mean, everyone's kind of all aboard the Stolarz is looking a little run down thing. Maybe he's just playing bad. Maybe we're all wrong.
Kind of coincides a little bit with talking a little bit too much maybe that one time.
Oh, for sure. That's it.
Yeah,
you
that's
nailed
definitely
it.
it.
That's why I went through his legs last
I believe we call that confirmation bias.
night. Hey, very good.
Thank you.
Hey, you talked about baseball gods. There are hockey gods too.
There
Yeah,
are certainly
Speaking of
hockey
baseball,
guys.
guys, I've been reading more
Oh,
and talking more about the Jays.
yeah.
Did you see the stuff today about Hoffman?
No.
Apparently, there was a Dodger podcast that got a tidbit from Game 7 that during the bench clearing brawl, Jeff Hoffman was the one who was talking the most and talking the most crap. And a lot of the Dodgers veterans apparently said, don't get in the game. Don't get in the game tonight.
Yeah.
And he got in the game and he blew it.
I said the same thing. You heard me say that
Yeah.
to Barker the other day. Watching him be the most active participant in that brawl was really disconcerting. It's like, you're going to be involved in a big moment. You just focus on doing the pitching.
He should have sat on his little chair in the bullpen and never come out.
You guys don't believe in that, do you? Karma?
I believe in
It's
karma.
not a
big time.
karma thing. It's a real
Yeah. It gives him
Oh,
more,
yeah.
extra motivation.
Extra motivation.
lack
Don't-
of focus.
Don't
when
hang
they're-
a 3-2 slider to the 9-0 hitter.
Did you watch the 20-minute John Boy breakdown?
Absolutely not. I'm not there yet. I'm just like trickling more stuff. They got a commercial running on the TVs here in the Rogers building. That's literally an emotional montage. And I'm just like, oh, like every day I go by it.
I've watched parts of Game 7 like 4 different times
Yeah.
since coming home
You
from
have?
Game 7. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen a second.
It's fantastic theater.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's tough when you see all the openings they have.
Ugh.
All right. Just like that, Leaf Hour edition over. Luke Fox, thank you very much. When we go next national, we'll welcome in Adam Oates, plus a discussion on Ovechkin's 900th goal. Jordan Binnington hiding the puck in his pants.
Good.
The question I ask you guys is, when he returned it to the official, was it the same puck?
Oh,
Love that idea.
Have a conversation on that when we return to Real Kyper and Bourne.
right.
Time to go national on the Real Kyper and Bourne show. We are live on Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet 650 in Vancouver, 960 in Calgary, and streaming always on Sportsnet Plus. Always available at your convenience, of course. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne. Left wing for us, Sammy McKee, or right wing for them? What are you tomorrow night?
I'm left wing. Left wing.
Okay.
If you want to think breakdown of my game, picture the worst version of James Van Riemsdyk's little brother. That would be my scouting report.
All right.
Turn your mic on.
JVR's had some good goals already.
If you get it around the net, you could put it in.
That's exactly
That's
right.
all we need.
This hour, Real Kyper and Bourne, brought to you by Bet365. In a few minutes, we'll welcome in Hall of Famer Adam Oates. Always nice to have him on, the way he sees the game, unlike a lot of other people. Does tremendous work with some of the best hockey players in the world.
Can he fix the Leafs power play?
We're going to
I bet
ask
he
him.
could.
Yeah.
We are going to ask him. In the meantime, last night, a lot of attention on Ovechkin scoring his 900th goal, and then the strange set of circumstances right after.
900 is a number that I didn't think would ever exist. Is a real thing. 900 is crazy.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
that's not sarcastic.
I think
Way
we've
to
all
go.
made it-
That's wild.
we've all made it pretty. On the backhand,
Yeah, not the way he scored most of his
I was
goals.
going to say he's 900
Okay,
goal. He scored 10 on the backhand.
That's kind of a cool
Yeah.
900 though.
The goalie that tried to scramble back on the 900th goal,
Yeah.
was that the same guy that played for Team Canada?
Yeah.
Because it didn't look remotely like that. Did you see him? Did you see how far he slid out? Like,
You getting at?
it's a garbage goal on Binnington's part to give up.
Okay.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That he is struggling, and we're going to get into him hiding the puck or whatever happened last night. But this guy's game is way off.
It's crazy
Okay?
how quickly
It's not even close right now,
Yeah.
and it's got to straighten out, or he may blow his invitation.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm
He's-
telling you, listen. There's lots of time here. The guy won a Stanley Cup, turning a team around in January. I'm not giving up on him. I'm a Jordan Binnington fan,
What a
but
good player.
he's not even remotely in the same hemisphere as he's been in the past, and it's a big reason why, in my opinion. Yeah, the blue line's not helping him either. I'll give him that, especially on Wilson's first goal. Like, it looked like two Evan Bouchards there trying to cover a guy in
So-
front of the net.
I just typed real quickly while we were talking about when the roster will be officially named. January 1st, 2026. That's when we will know.
And they play.
What is it? January 6th?
January 1st.
First. Okay,
So,
so
like, he's got
5.5 weeks.
Yeah, he got to get going.
Yeah, you got to get going.
You know.
Yeah.
How much you guys want to bet? February 12th.
He'll be there.
February 12th against Czechia, Canada's first game. He will be starting the
Listen,
first
I
game.
hope so, because I
I'll
still
bet you that he's not.
Okay.
I still have St. Louis making the playoffs for sure and being a team that could contend.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you picked them to win the cup. You kind of got to stick with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. They were my sleeper pick to
Do
win
you-
the cup.
Do you want to talk about the stolen puck?
Yeah.
Oof, they're
So
They're bad.
a lot of
bad. Are we
noise.
going to do this now? We got 2 minutes till Oates. We got time for this?
The puck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to say what I think you're going to say,
No, I'm just
I need more
saying
than 2
there
minutes
are
for this.
some that suggested to me that he, there was an opportunity to have two pucks in his pants.
So the conspiracy theory, tinfoil had it up,
Yes.
would be that he knows there's $8.99.
Yes.
He knows he's playing Ovi. If he gets 900 on me, I'm going to tape this
I'm
puck
going to take
my
another
hip,
game puck, and give it back.
and I'm going to do a switcheroo, and then I've got a multi-million-dollar puck. The Ovi 900 goal puck is an item,
Listen,
What
you
do
said a lot of wild things in the show.
What do you think
but
it
it's
could be
my
worth?
favorite thing he's ever said. I'm so thrilled about this. I'm mad.
How will we ever know?
You would
Turn
never
up on
know.
the black market at some point.
Like once
You'd hang on to it for another 10
once
years.
it's tucked in there,
I mean, yeah.
like a baseball in
Are
the
pucks,
stands.
Can you authenticate them?
I don't know if they're marked. I'm not sure if they're marked.
There is chips in the pucks, though. I bet they would know.
That's like, there used to be this is really viral clip from, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 15 years ago at the Jays game where this little kid is in the front row,
Yeah.
catches the
Gives
ball,
it to a gal.
and then he like takes the gamer and puts it in the back of his glove and takes it another one and gives it to these two women behind him. They're, oh my God, he's so
Yeah.
sweet. That's
He's
what
a
this
little
reminds
hustler.
me.
What are the World Series? What are the two
Yeah,
World
the guy
Series
who
balls?
caught the Miggy Rojas ball.
Or they were-
too. That was in the 9th inning, I think, if I recall.
$2.5 million for
For that
both of
and the
them?
Will Smith ball, him and his son caught him. Anyway.
Sick hands.
Jordan may know what he's doing then if he pulled a switcheroo.
He's done okay.
We have a clip of it too. We'll get it after Oates.
Okay, let's welcome him in. Hall of Famer, been a guest of the show many times, usually from Florida. Oatesy, how are you, pal?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Are you down south? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Everything good down there? Last time I checked, the Florida teams were acting like Florida teams, like, when they came into the league.
I know. I don't think anybody would expect the Panthers to be like that, and same with Tampa, right? Both teams are in a little bit of a funk.
What are your thoughts on your boy Alex Ovechkin getting a 900? I mean, did you think he would have the longevity to keep doing this?
You know what? I talked to him this morning, obviously, because I congratulated him, and he just said, he's been a very lucky guy, health-wise for sure. But he is a guy that's always loved the game. He loves the game. It's his life, like a lot of us. And you get some breaks along the way, but to do what he's done is just, it's beyond incredible. Like all the stats that you read all the time, it's fantastic. You got to take your hat off.
Oh, so when you coached him and spent time with him, was he a numbers guy? Like obviously goal scorers love their cookies, but is he the type of guy? My question to you now is he the type of guy to go, okay, I want to try to get 1,000 here? Do you think he has it in him? Or
yeah, I do. I think obviously milestones are one of those things that when we'll keep certain guys going for sure, and I think he wants to because he loves the game. And I remember when I got the job, that was sort of one of my points to George McPhee was I think I can get Ovechkin to score more goals. That was sort of one of my telling points. Like I'm a power play guy. I can get the power play going. You can get Ovi going. And you know what? He hasn't really stopped ever, has he? It's incredible. Incredible.
So one of the things that you do well is coach the offensive side of the game, and that's something we don't see a whole ton of. We've been sitting here trying to figure out Auston Matthews the last couple of years, right? 69 goals down to 33 last year. This season, he's got 8 and 14. It's going good, but only the last few games has it started to look better. I don't know if it's not quite as fast or what's happening that doesn't quite look as dynamic. Have you seen a change in him over the past few years at all?
Well, there is one change for sure that we know about, and someone's missing. Right? We might not want to talk about that, but the guy happens to be a distributor and he's missing. So that's number one. Number two, the power play. Number three, the one subject that is just, it kind of eats me alive every day is the spread out offense. You see this every night. You see nothing games after 2. Like Philadelphia lost at home against Calgary last week. They only got 18 shots, 1 power play. Guys are skating around, and we're so enamored with analytics, but we are forgetting some of the grinding of the game that gets dirty goals, if you will. And you know what? I don't see anything in his game that's changed. No, I think we have to identify other areas that could maybe help.
okay, so we had a conversation in the first hour about the Leafs in particular as being one of those teams that even last night, 3 shots on goal, 18 minutes into the first period, they ended up with 5, but it's been a common look at home, and it's just not a Leaf thing. Justin says that the shots on goal have never been lower. What is going on, Oatsy? We've opened up the game. We took out the clutching and the grabbing. Face-offs are deep no matter what for power plays. Why are the shots now disappearing?
Because I'm a little disillusioned myself. I'm watching every night, and I'm trying to understand for my guys, what does the coach want? Seriously, what does he want right now? And guys are skating around. And what does he want? I actually saw a game in Buffalo last week where a defenseman off a draw started to walk down Broadway, right down the middle of the ice, and he had an open lane, and he stopped and skated back out and passed to his partner. And I was like, did I just see what I just saw? And it's what? You're not allowed to shoot it yet? It's got to be a certain amount of time in the ozone before we can shoot it. Like, I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I know what everybody's seeing. Like, and you see every night, teams are skating around with the puck. So analytically, yeah, we get the puck in the ozone. But what's happening? And like, we're not shooting, and therefore we're not generating power plays. We're not getting outnumbered situations. And you see certain stuff every night, right? Like, it's very frustrating because a team might have the puck, but kind of like, so what? And I think we talked about this last year. It's like overtime. What's the number one rule in overtime? Don't shoot the puck because you give them the puck. So you see teams leave the zone. You see teams pass it back to the goalie because they're getting tired. They don't want to shoot the puck because we can't get in there. We can't get in there. We have to get in there. So if you have 4 guys skating around the outside, you're not shooting.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Overtime
it is an issue.
In particular. Yeah. All right. So let me ask you then. So someone who's done better this year, Trevor Zegras, I think we talked to you a year or two ago and you were working with him and you were like, yeah, we're trying to get him to be more of a hockey player. And you didn't mean it in a derogatory way, but like less of the fancy stuff and more of the straight, just, making safer plays maybe. He's off to a good start. He's got Tocchet as a coach, 15 points in 13 games. Has he changed something? Has he gotten older? Is it luck? What are you seeing in his game?
I think it's what you said. Like, we've tried to get away from being the Instagram guy. He's a very talented kid. Yes, he is. He's very talented. But we also have to play hockey. And so we've just sort of focused on what's the correct hockey play? What's the correct decision at this moment? It might be a dump in, but dump it in correctly. Right? I think he's done a better job of that. I also think he's done a better job physically, getting involved in the play. And the power play's been pretty good. So he's off to a very good start.
Just to follow on that, because we did have Rick Tocchet on last week, Oates, and he did mention working on Zegras with his practice habits. And like in our era, we had guys who, struggled with their practice habits too, right? I mean,
of course.
Is there more now, or is it just an individual thing from era to era?
Or is it a thing that a coach says to identify something? Like Matt Barzal missed a game because he was late for practice. Patrick Waugh is his coach. I know a few things about Patrick Waugh that happened in his career that he didn't miss a game for.
Good point.
Right? I understand when I create a culture. I'm all about culture. I understand that. If I missed a practice because I got stuck in traffic, I would hope you'd find me and you don't draw a line in the sand like that. Because when you do draw a line in the sand, you got to be careful who crosses it, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, isn't the idea, though, that it doesn't matter who crosses it, that, we're all accountable to one another?
That's really the message, right? Now, if a guy's a repeat offender, you might have to go to a different step.
Yeah.
But, we've all seen that for sure.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've been watching the league this year, and one of the things that stands out is exceptional young guys, and not necessarily top picks. Emmett Finney's a 7th-round pick. This Ben Kindle in Pittsburgh's really young. Celebrini's leading the league in points. Like, is the game changed in a way? Is it maybe less physical or nasty that enables young players to have success younger?
Well, there's no question that it's way less physical.
Yeah.
Than our era. It's not even a fair fight when it comes to that. Like, it's not there. So lucky for them.
Right.
Lucky for them. And they're very good players. Like they stepped into the league, and Schaefer in the Islanders, he looks fantastic already, doesn't he?
Yes.
Like, yeah. And what the first thing that jumps out at you is the skating ability. And then to me, playing in this environment where you get to like fly around. Right. And if you're a guy that can fly around, you look good.
Yeah. Hey, question, kind of a follow-up here. Who from your era, or even how about yourself, would you have benefited from this style of NHL, or were you better suited to make plays in a chaotic environment like that?
This would really hurt me.
You think so?
Oh, no question. Because I would say that one of my skills on every night was I could go into a corner and win a battle.
Mm-hmm.
I could. And when I win that battle, I need a guy in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not there, what do I do?
Right.
Right. And skating was not my strength. So my strength was more power play and winning battles and tight coverage and making those little plays through a guy's feet, handling the physicality and being involved in the game. So and I sort of see the opposite in a sense.
Yeah. I saw someone say that, like, boy, wouldn't the Sedins kill it in today's era? And my thought was no. Like, they were great at, like, cycling the puck and, people running out of position at them, trying to be physical and making little dishes.
Yeah, those two guys, like, they played with each other, and they had, I think, was it Kessler, the righty, in the
Burrows.
Burrows too, yeah, Burrows, yeah. And, like, they were great at protecting the puck.
Right.
They didn't skate around.
Right.
No, they didn't skate around. They protected the puck, and they were very good at it. They're almost boring, right?
Yeah.
Oates, you mentioned power plays as being something very important in your career. How has the power play evolved over the years? And we see some consistencies for sure with Edmonton. How can it not be a top power play with Bouchard and Draisaitl and McDavid? And then there's others still with high octane talent like Toronto with Nylander and Matthews and Tavares, but they're struggling here. So, I mean, what is the ultimate key from generation to generation that still remains intact?
I mean, I really think you need a philosophy that works like every system, right? Like every system has to work. You need the right sticks.
Like left, right?
Yeah, left and right sticks. Yeah. I mean, I'm a one-timer guy. I really believe in one-timers. Ovi's got 900 goals. They've never had a screen ever. Right? I don't know. You saw Stamkos's goal last night with a second left.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you get him a one-timer, you get him 3 one-timers a game, you got a goal. And, obviously when he was in Tampa, Nikita Kucherov can create those plays. Victor Hedman can create those plays. So I think when you have the right sticks and the right skills, you don't need to move around. I'm not a big believer in moving around. I'm a believer in giving the quarterback the ball every single time. Mm-hmm. And we work the reads, and then guys get used to the reads. If you move around, can you score once in a while? Of course, but that's more of a play. That's more of a one-trick pony. That's more of a one and done. The play has to work, or now we're out of position. So I'm not a real believer in that. Like, Ovechkin's been standing in the same spot forever, hasn't he?
Where is the quarterback? Half wall?
Half wall. Quarterback's half wall, yep.
Not up top.
No, I mean, that's the D up top's a vital bit of a quarterback as well. He needs to decide to shoot it or pass to the flank, right? And that shot can't get blocked. But the quarterback's the main guy because he starts it. And he's half wall. So what is half wall? Half wall is the guy that's in between the defenseman or the forward. So he's got to pick on one of those guys and beat that guy. Mm-hmm. And if he beats that guy, he starts the process.
Yeah.
So if you go to the point, you pass it through the penalty killer's triangle to the point man. So therefore, he's got a split second where he's open. He can shoot it, or the guy that's moved over, the other killer. Now we got an opening. That's Stamkos's goal. That's Ovechkin's goal, right? Mm-hmm. So you create the 2-on-1s, if you will.
Do you think it's better to focus on getting a particular player touches versus saying we're just going to take what the best option available is? Like, I remember another skills coach saying they knew that Patrick Kane got a point on every 4.8 touches in a game. So we're going to try to get him more touches in a game so we can get more points. Like, is it about getting it to the right player or to the right place?
A combo.
Yeah.
A combo. Like, at the end of the day, when you look at Toronto, Auston Matthews needs to shoot the puck. That's got to be one of the critical points of the team. So we have to get him in the right spot at the time to shoot. Now, I don't want him to shoot a puck from too far away. That doesn't make sense either. Mm. So we have to create the environment that he gets it. And if a team shadows him, can we recognize that and see the next play? Mm-hmm. Like when you watch an NFL quarterback, there's 4 reads on the play. There's a primary, a secondary, a third and fourth, right?
Yeah.
And the quarterback makes the reads. So to me, a good power play has very similar.
Interesting stuff, man. Got to ask you about Celebrini. We've been around a long time from, when you first broke into the league to up until today. Where does what he's doing rank in terms of coming into the league? I know we talked about Schaefer in the Island, but this guy in just a very short period of time and what he's been able to accomplish?
You know what? I've been nothing but impressed. Very classy kid. Very, I'm sure you know about his father. His very smart man. Very involved in sports. Comes from a good background. He's got really good line mate in Smith. Obviously they got a great chemistry going right now, and playing really good hockey. Yes, excellent.
He's the one exception where it's not too early to talk about playing on an Olympic team in February, or maybe like Bedard, you need to see more.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, everybody's got their opinions, right? I got mine. I think it's a little early to talk about that.
Okay.
That would be my best answer, that I don't make someone mad.
Do you do any judging of goaltenders in your work?
Of course. Yeah,
What's Canada going to do, man? We're out of options.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Binner's having a tough go here. Logan Thompson's having a good year. Can he be the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, here's to hoping, because we're struggling.
Do you have a theory, Oatsy, on I don't know, just the lack of being able to come up with 5 of these guys now in a 32-team league, 5 Canadian goalies that should be fighting tooth and nail for spots?
I mean, I really don't have a theory on that. No, it's but why we don't?
Yeah, why we don't? Are they turning into referees? Nobody wants to do it.
I want it to be Adam Oates.
You know what? That's a good question, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Time for another Canadian summit of some variety.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So last one for me then. Looking ahead to that tournament, we got about 6-7 weeks before teams are going to be picked. You watch the Four Nations face off. Do you have Canada as the front runner, or have the Americans caught up?
Me personally, Canada's the front runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we needed to hear.
Oatsy, fantastic stuff as always, man. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate
Hall
it.
of Famer, Adam Oates.
Sees the
Numbers
game
are off the charts,
offensively
eh?
from a different point of view, you know?
Yeah, I do. I've worked with him a little bit on Hockey Night in Canada too, and I always caught myself listening to him. Right? Not sometimes you just want to make sure that you're covered on the desk and you're prepared to wait your turn and then do your shtick or whatever you got. But sometimes I was like, oh wait, it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
How many guys in league history, and I'm asking sincerely, have over 1,000 assists? Because he does.
Yeah.
1,079. He's over 1,400 points.
He must be one of the best guys ever to watch a hockey game with. And just in terms of the stuff that he sees.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. I don't know how many clients he has now, but he's got some of the biggest names that he's worked individually with.
I'm just quickly pulling up how many people have 1,000 assists. Yeah,
it's unique work, doing skills coaching for superstars when you have to watch them play and go, it's not about, you need to work on your this or that. It's that you need to get to this area more, or, find yourself in different situations. It's about getting to the right spots on the ice.
14 guys in NHL history have 1,000 assists. Wow.
How many?
14.
14.
Yeah. How many can you get now? If you don't have to do that.
How many can you get? A whole show. I bet you I could get.
You want to try?
No.
Kyper, do you want to try or no?
I'm sorry, try what?
How many players in NHL history have 1,000 assists? I mean, of the 14, how many can you guess is what I was asking you in my horrible broadcasting.
All right, let's take a crack.
Love it. Let's go.
All right, scratch Greta off the list.
Yeah, Gretz. Yeah.
Is Lemieux there?
Yeah.
Sid there.
Yeah.
1,000 assists already. Belongs to
Carolina.
Ronnie Francis.
Yep.
Is Yager?
Yager.
Think Boston. Boston, Colorado.
Ray Bourque.
Yep.
Wow, we got defense Paul Coffey
Can we go?
List.
Bingo.
Can we go?
Well, you got to get Oatsy.
Yes.
Yeah, check that one.
Yeah.
Can we go Peter Stastny? No.
Peter Stastny's a great pick.
Not there.
Dale Hawerchuk.
No.
Mark Messier.
Yes.
Yeah, Mass.
No.
No Mass?
Hold on. No. Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? Of course. Yes. You want me to just give it? Oh, here you go.
All right, who we missed?
Gretzky, Ron Francis, Mark Messier, Ray Bork, Jaromir Jagr, Paul Coffey, Joe Thornton,
Oh, Joe.
Adam
of
Oates,
course, Joe.
Sid, Steve Eisenman, Gordie Howe, Marcel Dion, Mary Lemieux, Joe Sakic.
We would have got there. Nah, Sakic's tough, but we would have got there.
There you go.
We needed to do that on a Monday, and for sure by Friday we would have got it.
We should actually open every week with a question like that, and throughout the week just randomly list them off.
I can come up with that.
Uh,
You gonna say something? Well, do you want to do more on Binnington?
yeah. Do you want to do it now or?
Well, we have a clip of him talking about the puck.
Okay, I'd love to hear it because I have not heard it.
All right, let's play that clip there, Jake.
Yeah, I figured I basically had an assist on the goal there, turning it over, so didn't think he'd mind sharing it. But yeah, I had full intention to give it back to him. It's just I'm still, incredible play by him to catch that on his backhand or forehand, spin around, get that on net from a bad angle. Like, obviously, he's such a legendary player, and just seeing a play like that still happening at his age, and the talent and hand-eye coordination from cutting off my pass and then just catching it off the wall, spinning backhand, getting it up right by our guy's skate and right by my pad is just, he's next level, and he just continues to impress. So yeah, full intention to give it back, and obviously legendary, inspirational player for the game, for the league. So it's a good moment for him and their team.
Buddy,
He stole the puck.
I'm telling you, this season is going down as the backpedaling goalie season.
Incredible. This has been incredible.
I've
First
never
off,
seen so many goalies backpedal
This is
in,
what
in the post.
I agree. This is what I mean by politicians, though, when they're like, hey, what's the deal with you guys like going to war in that country? And they're like, we're just really happy that the medical plan at home that we've created, like something totally different and unrelated.
I don't believe you.
Goes into the pants. He pulls out the prop puck.
Look at him.
He's got to
big
find
and-
where the prop puck is that he's taped to his hip so he can keep the real one. A mental thing to say is, I planned on giving it back to him. Well, then why'd you put it in your pants?
He's just really pissed off that they suck and he sucks, and he's just sour.
I guess I like the
it's just-
competitiveness.
I do too. I
do
love
like
it.
But that's
It's
loser
not,
behavior.
It's not competitive. That's not competitive.
God, those Blues
That's-
jerseys
that's-
are 10 out of 10.
disrespectful. It's
This is where I'd have a problem, even if I'm Doug Armstrong. It's like we're in last place in the division. We're now down 2-0. Why are you screwing around?
Yeah.
Like, what is now? Where is your focus now?
Yeah.
We're in a hole. We suck right now. We got one of the best analysts in Canada who picked us to do really well. You're making him look like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Why now are you going to mess around with Ovi's puck?
I got to tell you, I couldn't agree more with that. It's like, what was
Where's
your
your
focus
head?
going into the game? Were you this
Right.
aware of his record?
I think after they win the gold medal in Cortina Milan, he's going to reach into his pants and he's going to pull out that. He's like, I had the puck all along. It's my puck.
Shooter McGavin running down the hill, but with the puck.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I mean, it's a crazy thought process. I like that he's competitive, but it is such like poor behavior. Like if your kid did that, you'd be like, what are you doing?
He's always
Raised you
been,
better than that.
he's always been a little, he's always had a screw loose.
It's
Since his
He
junior,
hates
since
to lose.
okay.
He loves
This
to
is
win.
junior
Hates to
days in
lose.
Owen Sound Boys.
right, it would be right up there as shooting the puck in the stands right after.
That'd have been a wild move.
Just
This was better.
Oh, yeah. Right? You're not getting it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love that. You guys don't like it. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
You don't act. You like it from an entertainment perspective,
don't-
not from a.
Can I be honest? I'm gonna be honest here. I like Binnington and I don't like Ovi, so I liked it. Okay.
Why would you not like Ovi?
I don't want to
scored
do this
goals.
again. How many times do I
Just-
gotta do this?
He's a goal scorer. Just marvel at the goal scoring. Come on. You got to give him that.
I bet
He
you,
shoots it in the
I
net better
bet
than
you-
anyone has ever done it.
he will
Is that
score
good?
40 goals next year. I'm predicting that
Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that? He's
for Dynamo.
for Minsk.
Do you think he's done this year?
I do. He's got all the records. It's only hurting his per game stats after this.
They're not gonna win
His
the
minutes
cup.
are down too, are they not?
He's playing third line for the first time. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. Just talking hockey.
Yeah. Anyways, it's game time. Presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. It's 19 plus, Ontario only. Please play responsibly. So, like I said to you guys, now that I'm kind of back on talking baseball, like kind of.
What?
Why?
Because I am. Like I'm starting to be able to like have
This is
conversations
part of
about
the
it.
healing process.
Yeah, like
It's
I'm
nice to
I'm
see.
getting close to being able to like
Ready
maybe
to love again.
maybe watch a highlight from one of the games. Like I'm
Can you be careful? Because they're going to turn us into overdrive where we got to talk about every sport.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
Oh, you want to do Raptor talk?
No.
I hear they're looking pretty good.
I don't care.
Like curling, like tennis, please stop.
I'm just gonna bring up what the World Series odds are for next season and who the favorites are.
Jays, I bet, aren't even in the top 5.
Correct.
Are they in the top 10?
The biggest favorites are the LA Dodgers at plus 350. I mean, the Yankees at plus 750 is just flat out wrong. They are not a good baseball team. They can't catch the ball, can't hit the ball, whatever Buck said. The Jays are 20 to 1. 20 to 1. There's a bunch of teams in between them, including the Braves, Red Sox, Mets, Astros, Mariners.
The Mets.
Phillies. Yeah.
The Mets. I guess
So-
they're going to spend money.
Yeah, I guess it's just looking at that. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that was part of the healing process. Looking at the ice tonight.
Good to see.
Yeah, you guys like it when I'm in a good mental space. Jordan Binnington and the Blues heading to Buffalo to take on the Sabres. He probably won't be in net.
Kyrou is a healthy scratch.
Yeah. Good vibes in St. Louis this year.
Hey, Jim Montgomery's awesome.
Yeah, he wasn't mad. He wasn't happy last night. The
love
the
that.
Buffalo Sabres, yes, those Buffalo Sabres are minus 150 favorites on home ice against the Blues, plus 125 for the Blues. The Ducks are in Dallas to take on the Stars. Ducks in Dallas, great matchup on the ice. Jerseys both not very good. Plus 150 for the Anaheim Ducks, minus 180 for the Dallas Stars. And a little later on, probably the best game of the night, the Tampa Bay Lightning are in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. Tampa plus 100 on the money line. Vegas minus 120.
That's a good number on Vegas. Boy.
Yeah, really good number.
120.
Anyways, that was Game Time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. It's 19 plus, Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
All right, let's take a quick break here. When we return, we'll tee up a few more of those games that Sammy just mentioned. We'll talk about the Canucks a little bit with their third period collapse and what we think of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Kadri played 1,000 too. What does that mean?
Kadri's 1,000th game.
Traded.
We'll talk about that situation and more when we return to Real Kyper and Bourne. Closing out the week here on the Real Kyper and Bourne show, as we will not be on air tomorrow.
Right. We got to go and play a marginal game of hockey.
We are raising money for Easter Seals through Eric Lindros's fine work.
Yeah.
If we can put that on the board one more time, just
Please
to see
do.
if we can
Please do.
raise a little bit more money. We actually put ourselves in a position to raise almost $25,000. We're about 4,000 short. So
Thank you so much to everybody that's donated.
Yeah.
Our listeners. It means a lot.
It's really cool
It is.
seeing the
It's
amount of people that have
fantastic.
chipped in, and obviously such a worthwhile cause. So we're grateful.
yeah,
Thank
we
you.
are.
And
Absolutely.
Kipper and I are going to the draft tonight, I think, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So
After the show.
After the show. Borny's got to go coach a high-level hockey game tonight.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Go Tornadoes.
Oh, yeah.
Some talk about Kadri last night. Obviously, it has not been a very good start for Calgary, but a feel-good story for a guy that's had a heck of a career so far.
Mm-hmm.
But it, doesn't look done by any stretch here.
No way.
Scored an amazing goal on his 1,000th night, shared with family and friends. And I think it's pretty apparent right now that he is the one chip that Craig Conroy has, that Anderson's for sure is in play as well. But
Look at this guy.
Sure.
Sharp
Kadri-
dress, man.
Kadri, as a depth guy with Stanley Cup experience and still can have moves that can produce 60, 70 points a season, is still a very valuable chip right now for the Calgary Flames to play.
Should have
Yeah.
been a Leaf for life. Oh.
What's
Every time I see him, it makes me sad.
Yeah, it's been tough for Leafs fans that he's been
Heart and
as
soul guy.
effective as he's been since he left.
God, those
not
jerseys are
left.
beautiful, too.
Was told to leave. Yeah, that's a beautiful sweater. So, what do you think, Kip? How soon we talking? Where are we thinking? What do you got in mind for what's possible?
Well, first of all, everybody knows that over the last few years, it's been the right-handed D-man that everybody wants. And right now, it's the flavor for a lot of teams right now is depth center. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, if we're going to just name a few here across the country.
Montreal's interesting.
Would love Kadri, all of them.
Yeah. Like, is Montreal really in that spot here? 9-3 to start the year? Grab a Kadri after getting Dobson? Like, how quickly is this turning around for them?
Well, he's got
Would he
2 more
go
years
there?
after this year, right? At 7?
Yeah, at least.
I think it might be more than that, no?
I think it's at least 2. It might be 3.
It is 3.
It's 3 after this.
Yeah.
That's a big swing for Montreal at this point.
It's only 7, though.
But you could bring it down to 5.
Yeah. I mean, if you bring it down to 5, he's an asset. You got to pay to get it.
Yes.
You know.
And that's the whole idea for Calgary is that someone's going to give you 2 pieces or maybe 3. A first rounder and a blue chip prospect and then a B plus or B minus prospect.
Montreal has such things, right?
If Montreal is in a position now to challenge for the Atlantic, why wouldn't you take a chance on a guy like that getting you to an Eastern Conference final as early as this season?
Now, he has a full no trade, right?
No, he's down now to 13 teams. My understanding is Carolina is on the list, that he will not go there. I feel bad for them now. I'm starting to really feel bad for them.
Do you think Montreal would be on the list as a former Leaf, as like not one of
He will go to Montreal.
He would go to Montreal.
Dad's a diehard Habs fan.
Yeah. I mean, of all the
and I
places to play
don't
in the
think
league, it's a good one.
I don't think Vancouver has any issues either.
But Vancouver seems, talking about our mid-HL drop, they seem pretty mid. I don't know if that's the move that they should be making right now.
I would agree with you. That's probably not ideal.
That's the type of market that wants to make the playoffs now.
But why?
You mean Vancouver?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want to make, that's been one of the complaints.
The other one I hear too
Vancouver fans forever.
is go back to Colorado.
That makes a ton of sense to me.
Is it?
Yeah.
You got McKinnon, Brock Nelson, Jack Drury, and Zakhar Bardakov down the middle right now.
That
makes
Brock
sense.
Nelson is a guy that can easily move to the wing.
Yes, he certainly is.
Right?
I know there's a lot of Leaf fans listening to our show. Kadri on the Habs is one of the most nightmare-inducing things possible.
The Leafs.
This is my nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, Calgary won't trade him. We've done this 3 times already.
Yeah, it's
Tanev, Zadorov, we've done this already. It won't happen.
It just, for whatever reason, it just looks like Calgary wants nothing to do with Brad Treliving.
It's tough timing considering they've been the number one seller
all
for
the assets. And
2
to be honest,
years.
if you gave me the choice of Kadri or Rasmus Anderson, I'd probably take Anderson.
Yeah.
I love Rasmus Anderson.
Me too.
He's a great mix of can shoot and play offense and can run into people and at least have some passion.
Did you see
run his mouth a bit?
You see the clip of them after Kadri scored that goal? Rasmus Anderson went up to him and was like, "You want that puck?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
What?
Kadri said, "Nah, I'm good." And he was good. That's a guy that's won the cup. He's probably got a lot of things in his place, but I like that clip.
Yeah.
Asked him.
The issue with Anderson is you could trade for me, but I'm not going to sign with you, maybe.
I'm going to sign in Vegas.
Right.
So that's...
So you'd have to get a sign and trade. You'd have to know you're getting
You got to know for sure that he's going to sign with you.
No guarantees.
You got some sound for us, Sammy?
Did you want to do... it's kind of a Leafs conversation. It's kind of a media conversation. The Ryan Reaves thing from Spit and Chicklets. What was the listener name that sent that to us, Borny? That I hadn't seen this, but do you want to play it when we can react off of it?
Okay with that, for sure.
We'll
will you bring up baseball during it?
I promise I won't bring up baseball.
Okay, then play it.
Of some variety.
Yeah, play the clip there, Derek, and then we'll react.
It's been incredible, and I'm sure last year was tough at times, right? And now it must feel, at least from my perspective, you just matter a little bit more to the Sharks, right? There's so many bodies in Toronto, and you got these young guys. People aren't going to do to them with you out there. Is that a feeling you have as well?
Yeah, you know what? It's hard to describe, but I just feel like a little bit more myself here.
I think in Toronto it's just a little more corporate. Everything's a little more. You got people hovering over you all the time. Like you do an interview in Toronto and they're running down, like, "Hey, don't say this." It's like, well, then you do the interview. You know what I mean? It's like here they don't come and tell me what to do. I just feel like I'm a little freer to be myself here and just a little more comfortable. So, when you're a little more comfortable, you play better, you have more fun, and it's just how it is.
So I'm curious to get your thoughts on that, because you have on several occasions this year said like, hey, how are these guys letting these guys talk? How is that PR team of this team, not the Leafs, but how is that PR team not ahead of Dustin Wolf or ahead of,
Yeah, I know, but we're talking about Canada and we're talking about San Jose there, Ryan. Like, they don't really tell you what to say because they don't really care.
Yeah.
It's San
going
Jose.
out the window.
What do they have?
Into the ocean air.
One person, two people around there? Like, of course you're free to say. Of course they're not overly worried.
Right.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are worth $4.25 billion, according to Sportico, and the San Jose Sharks are just over $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's a massive billion-dollar
we're not even
organization.
We're not even on the same planet, when it comes to.
So you think it's right then that
I think there's
closely here.
There's markets where
there's more at stake.
Thank you, Sammy. There's tons at stake here. And
it's also very funny. It's like, so you're able to play freer and things are going better. It's like, the team's worse.
Yeah, they stink. They're the worst team in the league. Yeah.
So I get what he's saying, and I'm glad he's enjoying himself, and I'm glad there's a role for him there and being embraced, and that's great. But you're giving us apples and oranges.
Yeah, it is funny because I think people that heard that may have seized on it. Like, see, Toronto is too, this, that, or the other thing. It's like, well, just as you mentioned, stakes. It's different. It's not the same thing. So
I mean, it's got to rock for him to go from going from playing here where there's a lot of attention and you're playing, and then to going to live in California where no one cares. You get to skate around with these young guys and have fun.
No expectations of playoffs.
And again, to Sammy's point with the big business of especially MLSE, like go and see how the PR department works with the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Yankees or the Liverpool, or come on. You don't just go in a pile there and shoot your mouth off and think that there might not be any consequences or repercussions because of it.
Yeah, it's like getting traded to Jacksonville Jaguars, being like, boy, they sure do things differently here than in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's like, you're the Jaguars.
Like, listen, Reaves has had an effective start to his season, as you mentioned. That's good, and I'm glad for the guy personally, but also his ice time is down like 2 minutes from last year. But anyway.
Not to bring this back to the goalies, but I will. Okay,
no,
it's like
the goalies are in the crosshairs. We wouldn't have these problems.
That pinata has exploded.
We just had the wood boards. We wouldn't have this problem.
You're in Canada. You don't, as a goalie, you don't get to go to the media and say, these guys need to do this better. They need to shoot better. They need to make it like. Where do we as players get to go back into the post game and say, yeah, he needs to make a save there. We need better goaltending. We need. He can't let that one in.
I would argue that coaches do that all the
happen.
time. I would argue that coaches do that
Ever.
all the time.
Ever.
Coaches do that all the time.
I'm not talking about coaches.
Yeah.
I'm talking about players in that room.
Yeah. You don't hear Auston Matthews being like, boy, Stoli could mix in a save tonight. You don't really hear that a whole lot.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't care what generation. I don't care what era. That is a no-no.
You know where they do it, though? At the bar after.
No. Back of the bus.
Yeah.
Black Cloud Club, we used to call it.
As long as the goalie's in the first four rows, it is it's the back of the bus conversation.
Yeah. All right. So where the calling out does happen is happening in St. Louis. That's one of the things we've hit on a little bit with Jordan Kypreos being scratched. Jim Montgomery, not too pleased with what's going on in St. Louis.
And another reason why I thought they'd be on solid ground this year.
He's a good coach.
I think he's a great coach.
Let's hear what he has to say about their play.
Yeah. Well, this is unacceptable tonight. It's that simple. We have to dig in and starting tomorrow morning when we wake up, have a good skate tomorrow and get ready to play the Sabres tomorrow night and show up for our fans, our city, and our owners.
Oof.
Dig in.
I'm okay with Kyrie or making an example of a $8 million player.
They gotta put the tees in their left pocket. I mean, you shank enough golf balls. You gotta mix things up.
Turn the hat around.
Try something else.
Yeah. God.
I don't blame them.
Sid and Ovi tonight. 99th time they face.
That blew my mind. They've played each other 99 times. That's a career for a lot of players.
I am very
Do
appreciative.
we have any numbers over 99 games?
Like the head-to-head?
Yeah.
They exist somewhere, but none of us have.
I could look at that. I could find that. In a
Wow.
second.
You can, eh?
No, I can't. I'll look.
Is there any numbers? Like, would Crosby have 10 more points than Ovi? Would Ovi have 30 more goals than Sid?
Sam's on it for us.
I'm working hard here, boys.
It's not a baseball stat.
It
That's why
has
it
been
doesn't
very
matter.
cool. Let me ask you, who is next in this sort of Sid v. Ovi? Is it Celebrini Bedard? Is that what we're gonna do for the next version?
I'm not sold on Bedard.
You don't think he's that tier yet?
Not yet.
Do you think he'll be that tier?
I think he's going to be a very, very good player. I just don't see
That was the
top 3 faces of the league.
That was, I think we should be friends. I think we can still be best friends of reviews for him. It was like, I like you, but you're not committed to him.
So Sidney Crosby and Alex Ovechkin will go head-to-head for the 99th time in their careers. 74 regular season, 25 playoffs. Both players have tallied over 100 points against one another, with Crosby holding the edge in that category with 46 goals, 79 assists, and 125 points.
Jeez.
While Ovechkin owns more goals with 53 goals, 48 assists, and 101 points. Crosby and the Penguins have also combined for more wins. Pittsburgh has 55. Washington has 43.
Is that a 20-point or 20-plus point lead for Sid there?
Yep. There you go.
Do you remember the dueling hat-trick playoff game?
Yeah.
That was an all-timer.
It wasn't. It was great that they both scored hat tricks, but like it was over. The third goal that Sid scored, which was unbelievable, bats it out of midair, made it like 6-4 with 30 seconds left.
Right.
But it was cool.
It also was dueling Matthews Line hat tricks once upon a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Line scored in overtime.
Yeah. Celebrini and who?
You're looking around the Schaefer?
Maybe. I hope
Schaefer Demidov?
I hope Connor Bedard could get there.
Yeah.
I think I don't see it right now.
It's just different with those two. They just, I don't know. They played against each other in the World Juniors, the Canadian, the Russian thing, them coming in at the same time, similar sort of hype around both of them living up to the hype.
Very different stylistic players.
It's Magic and Bird. Like it's a moment in time that won't be recreated.
Yeah.
And we're getting close to the end here, boys. You have to say, like, they're going to play their 99th time tonight. They'll play 100 against each other at some point this year. Like, how many more will there be? I mean, I don't think Sid's going to be playing for Dynamo Moscow while Ovi's playing for Minsk. So
Could be 100 clean games between them.
We're getting close to the end. It's sad, actually.
I'm like, this could be also the 4th consecutive playoff miss for Sid. Like, that's
You don't want that.
It's a tough number to.
Canadians aren't going to miss.
Oh, you bad boy.
Our thanks to Adam Oates for joining us earlier in the program. If you didn't catch it, give us a download, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. If you get a chance, also give us a rating and review. We'd love to hear from you. A thumbs up also from YouTube. Thanks for watching and listening all week. Sammy, you got anything?
We're not here tomorrow, reminder. Not here tomorrow. We're going to go light it up. The identity line here.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We're back on Monday.